all the time. But it doesn't make sense in this situation with Muradin going up there too. We want Infernal Shrines for this next map. This is the map pick of Ace. But yeah, it was... There were a few mistakes made, or rather a few overarching problems. I don't even want to say mistakes made. There are a few overarching mindset problems and understanding problems in that game for Feliz that really snowballed into them losing the map at the end of the day. Understanding things like, okay, let's not engage on this camp, let's not invade here, let's play passive, let's minimize their level 20 advantage. They did all those things well, but in terms of what they did during the early game and how they decided to try to macro some of these fights, where they were looking to cut members off against a Medivh that has Circle of Protection, has portals, it just looked sloppy otherwise.
Well, first man Maiev, skin from Feliz has been the case for multiple matches now. First man Medivh, first man Maiev for Feliz. We are just maybe they're showing they're not ready for the pick too much.
Yeah, do you know much about the hero Maiev? In like, she's a Warcraft hero, right? Because I didn't play her.
Mm-hmm.
Where is she from? A cold climate or a warm climate?
I have no idea. Why?
I was just wondering. I mean, whenever I see her, she's got like this massive helmet on, right? A long hair, and she's got like a big fur coat on, it looks like. I hope she's from a cold climate, man. It's probably gonna be hot in there.
Well, she's been chasing lots of targets, especially that Illidan.
Yeah,
how does she move? Long time.
How does she move so swiftly with all that on?
That's a good question.
Well,
maybe Dr. Kane with the Lornado would know.
Yeah, he's gonna have to hit me with that one in a few weeks. I asked because we've had a bit of a slow-paced draft for Ace for the majority of this series, because it looks like the preparation level in terms of drafting was pretty low coming into this series, but they do make a quicker rotation into the Sonya Malfurion this time. So, as you mentioned, it was pretty much purely Malfurion for the supports here on the side of Ace. The role swap of Gamey. He's played 8 games of Malfurion and 1 game of Rhaegar.
Yes, nothing else, basically. And
1 game of Karzian, but like...
It was 8, including the previous 2, and this one, it will be 11 now. 11 Malfurions and only 1 Rhaegar. Seems like we have something of a problem here. Diablo coming up from Feliz, along with Medivh. Okay, seems like this is really rolling in KR right now.
Yep. Do have to mention, of course, as is tradition, that it's Subway Diet Diablo. The best skin. Uther making the Genji pick a little bit weaker here. And let's see how OJ does on the Diablo. I believe this is his first time. Yeah, it's his first time in 2018 playing the hero. So already making adjustments, moving away from the Muradin. Trying to control the tank line now. This is a smart ban given that Garrosh was banned. Ace has been running a Nubarok, and to middling success, I think is the nicest way to put it. They won the last game, but it was not due to the Nubarok overall, with the exception of that really cool pick onto OJ at the end. So basically saying, like, you were going to pick a Nubarok anyways, but now you have no choice.
Here, this is a test now. The Nubarok seems like the answer. Well, not the answer, the comfort pick from KCB. But in this case, a Nubarok is not the best tank. There's a lot of others that you can provide in the scene. Garrosh, ATC now banned, of course, but once you are trapped without the CC, if you Burrow charge in like the last game, you will not have an escape. You do not have a burst heal. So when you get caught in that portal, APOC, their Dragon Blade, a Nubarok will not be safe. Will be dead actually very soon.
Well, we see Tychus being picked against the Diablo. It's a specific counter pick. I know this has been used a lot in Europe, and it's been heavily discussed by other commentators as the Tychus versus the Diablo pick, but it needs to be empowered by strong frontline play. Wow, the Ragnaros, man. Ragnaros back in the meta. But the frontline play of the Anubrock you mentioned is so much more important now that we're talking about a Tychus, because he has basically no range.
2.5.
Yeah, practically feels like he's shooting himself in the foot when he fires.
Yes.
But if he can get into range of the Diablo safely via the Anubrock and Sonya, he will do massive amounts of damage with his trait. But that's only if he can get into range of Diablo. So big pressure now onto KCB to perform with this Anubrock. And he has now played 7 times.
Just imagine what would Tychus be like if he had the same range as Hanzo. 6.5 boosted from 2.5.
Well, that would be a pretty crazy machine gun, wouldn't it? That'd be some Bastion range.
Oh,
well,
talking about Hanzo.
What if you have them both on the same team, G-Clef?
Even better. You have the bullets and you have the arrows. You have double the damage. Of course, a little tougher for Rag to actually be in the front line now because of those range damage so much. But in terms of CC, the macro control, I think Feliz wins this in terms of drafting.
Yeah, I agree. The Ragnaros pick will help them win objectives. The Medivh Diablo combo is proven. It was a cool way to draft because they picked Diablo Genji before the second ban phase, which meant that they could only ban either Diablo or Genji. So if they ban the Uther, or Diablo, so if they ban the Uther, they get the Diablo. If they ban the Diablo, they get the Uther Genji. So pretty cool draft. Well, Diablo got only 6-inch subs from Subway for 6 months and ended up being the most nimble and skinny devil in the Diablo universe, man. Look at him. He's quick. Very skinny. It was like Diablo was looking at his pictures from Diablo 2 and he was like, you know, I gotta change my life.
Hey, we used to be on that Subway diet.
Yeah. He has his before and after photo. This is the after photo.
Before is the original skin, I'm guessing.
Yeah. His high school photo though is the murky Diablo, the Lurko Blue. I don't know the name of the skin. The one that looks like a murky kind of looks like he's like one of those fish from deep under the ocean.
We can call that
one the fishy Diablo skin. This one's the Subway diet.
Fishy Diablo skin.
Fishy Diablo Subway diet Diablo. Yeah.
Official words from Wolf. So if they did that for one day for April Fool's joke, I think that could have been a great one. Ooh.
There you go. That's how you can take a bad matchup and then smash it with the Genji, committing heavily there when the Sonya was being aggressive. There you go. That makes sense. That's the pick they were looking for last game. Now you force the Tychus rotation. You got control of the game.
With a Genji, you don't really want to push the lane. It's really... Of course you can. It's always possible, but it's very hard against all the minions. You want to do the damage to the hero. Threaten them, make sure they go back, or get a kill. That's what you want to do with the rotation from Genji. Not just push lane. Already making changes in Game 3. I'm liking some Feliz changes. Anything going to have an easier time now. Just knowing that Ace not really having the site controlled at all. They don't exactly know where Genji is, so Rush could not really go outside.
Yeah, let's see how they continue to use this 2-man top lane pressure. They lost... or they committed so much to the top that the camps are being taken for free. And this could have been threatened. Now they're even like being hesitant.
Another kill?
Yeah, I guess so. Off screen. They're being hesitant to harass these camps, but even though they know about them, that's a bit weird. This camp, will it do as much damage as Ragnaros and Genji are about to do top though? It's a question. Ace is just going to continue to take every camp while the 2-men are top. Genji is so strong in moments like this where you can actually just come in and invade like if someone's trying to take your camp and your Genji, you have mobility, you have the ability to come in at a weird angle, harass and chase kills when they're on your side of the map because you have a dash and cyber agility. It's so easy to punish that kind of play. But
Sonya's job, of course, is to dominate lane and try to push to the maximum before any objective happens. But in this case, oh man, Sonya lost super hard. Rag doing a solo camp, that's how you know that Hanaton, along with Genji, pushed very far into this game.
Level 7 just around the corner from that experience lead, but Ace having control of the map with those camps starting to take a toll on Feliz, so they're able to get control of the camp first. They have Sonya, or control of the shrine, sorry. They have Sonya, and so it's just, the clear time is insanely quick. They're just going to avoid the fight and continue roaming around. OJ is starting to build up his souls to a decent level.
This is great because they have the Molten Core, they have the Ragnaros for the defense. So the first Punisher doesn't really do much anyhow. So why not just give up? Try to, you won your top, so go to the bottom side, to the opposite side, and then you will start your own macro. The snowball will already be on a roll automatically.
Yeah.
Feliz on top of what they're doing right now.
Look at Frankel's positioning. I love when Genjis do this because you can harass, dismount people, and then you can kind of retreat back if it fails. Oh, even using the Molten Core here now to try to get this kill. The Punisher is an arcane Punisher, but the Ragnaros is just defending through that. Look at it, drawing it back into the wall here. Keep aggro now activated, so they get the kill into Malfurion. That was very well handled. They were able to use the top camp pressure to get more damage done there, and also take the experience lead. So, turn this game on its head. It was looking bad for them for a little while there, but they've taken control with one Molten Core.
Let's see, Ace super far behind in this game already. At least they have been having successful gank, especially onto Sonya, and catching Gammy when they wanted to push. So everything that Feliz wanted to work on has been working so far. Even this Frankel's working like a madman right now on that Genji.
Dude, I think Medivh is pretty good.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
First I was just thinking, you know, he's all right. Could still be a niche pick. Looks a little bit more powerful. And after these 2 weeks of Medivh that we've just watched, I'm thinking this guy is really first pick material. Like, it makes sense. Just, he empowers so much mobility. He's so good at allowing flanks to happen from angles that the game was not designed pre-Medivh to handle. Like, part of the balance of Heroes of the Storm is some heroes have, you know, less poke or, you know, less chunking damage or need to get into range in order to do their damage, but Medivh just breaks the rules. Medivh cheats, as they say, and you just see him set up these escapes that shouldn't exist or these attacks that shouldn't exist, and he's just so powerful as a result. You can make the map yours. You really can. You can become invulnerable and gain vision. He's such an interesting specialist hero. I think that he's really making players, pro gamers especially, think more about the way the game is played. He's changed the dynamic. It's really, he's becoming, I think, my favorite hero to watch right now. As he's just, you know, again, he breaks the rules. You think, okay, well, we're safe here until that portal comes down.
But there's an entangling route. The silence connects. Will be another kill.
Oh, look at that Diablo charge. So much mobility with that charge. ACB is going to go down. OJ is going to heal up real quick, man. He's practically Muradin with the souls he's got here. Okay, the APOC combo with Leyline as well, and this is just a Shrekkening. Does accidentally aggro that fort, and will get killed. NA moment there, but
basically wrecked that team fight.
Yeah. Strong composition, man. It's proven at this point.
Of course. Not just the Diablo Medivh. Frankel in this game with his Genji has been super powerful, doing massive damage to the solo target with all the shurikens, the dashes.
Holding the tranquility right now is Gamey as he tries to decide whether he wants to go for a more defensive approach with the Twilight Dream against the heavy dive that's coming through with these portals, or if he wants to sustain the fight against Genji Poke after living through the Dragon Blade. He chooses Tranquility, I think, against the portal, where you know where everyone's going to be grouped up, and against the dive. It's a tough call to make this. He will be able to better compete with Sukov's healing this way, but
again, choosing to not fight in the shrine. They actually sent the camp also, which was kind of a waste because they chose to push the other lane. But they have Ragnaros, they have Medivh, so they can defend pretty well. This can happen. I think this will be like the last time we see. Oh, not really getting to the portal. This is a big mistake.
Yeah. Oh, look at that long range arrow.
Perfect arrow too.
Comes in. Just preventing from getting into the portal was super important. They're gonna try to turn this into a trade though. Oh, the smash has to be avoided. That gives them one extra dash here. Franco gets the kill, doing so much damage. Unfortunately, the Molten Core being used that early though does mean that this is going to be a stronger Punisher. Does he actually get out here? Are you kidding me? He almost did. Oh my god, maybe he does. No.
It was close though. If he had, I think it's agility was on cooldown.
Yeah. Well, if Medivh were closer, might have been able to portal out.
But that was close, and he actually bought a lot of time. Punisher was doing damage alone, so not as a strong push that you would think coming out from Ace. They basically wasted this Punisher, opening the wall only. Getting a kill onto Genji, but that's going to be a trade. Meanwhile, this is a great start for Sonya already onto the bottom camp. They're trying to catch up to the macro because they have been out-soaked so far. A full level difference into 9 minutes. They got 2 Punishers, but they're still losing this far.
Yeah, spotted out here on the cap, but even with the Medivh, it's just too difficult to rotate here quickly with all the pressure that was on them after that Punisher. So Feliz, as you say, still ahead, but we'll have to stabilize now. Molten Core is still on cooldown. Need to just get back to lanes, continue their advantage. They have taken very little damage to structures this game because they have taken neither of the objectives, though. Obviously, for the same reason, they have not done much damage to the structures either. This is going to be a very long game if Feliz continues to take the approach of we would just simply Molten Core the Punisher and never try to fight for it and try to soak. Because their soaking during that fight will eventually get them to level 20 faster, and it will get them an EXP lead, but it will not really do a lot of damage to structures, so it's not really going to push them ahead that much. So they will actually find themselves falling behind if they lose one fight for Punisher. But if they don't, it's going to be a long game where they just chip away, chip away, chip away. It's kind of cool to see how they're approaching this.
This was a weird timing where, ooh, KCB actually making another initiate onto Aimer. Weird rotation by Feliz when they could have actually defended because they had all that time to get their own camp instead of rotating up. Maybe they were trying to punish here.
Oh,
as
A-line.
4-man APOC is here with the smash.
Oh
already a kill onto Hanzo. This will be a white rush comes into fighter. Already 2 gone in. Dragon Blade swinging.
Ace just not respecting what this composition can do with this leyline seal combos, grouping up, allowing a massive leyline. Also not respecting the range of Sulfura's smash. We saw the Ragnaros rotation come down, and he was able to hit it at quite a large range to come in to turn this fight. So the APOC, the smash, the CC means a triple kill for Feliz. And this is the first time they're going to have, if they choose to, control over the shrine first because of their positional advantage.
They have 16. They have Medivh. Molten Core is not available for some time, but it will be coming online soon. But that was a clean combo that we have not seen for a while.
But you know what?
Bringing their draft.
They just don't care about the shrine. They're not going to contest it, it doesn't look like.
Even when they have 16.
Yeah. Okay, they are going to come in now.
They don't have the best poke to contest against the number, I would say. Only Rag can get some Q. There goes in. The protection is there for OJ. Great silence.
Okay, Tranquility going to be great in this moment where it's not actually, the dive is over already. So we get the full heals up here. Big stuns coming through. Circle of protection helping to keep Ragnaros alive here. Portal, very short range here, is going to get everybody through. OJ, the only one stunned. He's got a large health pool. Going to look for another combo here. Okay, does connect. This is just too much for Ace to deal with. They cannot be allowing these leyline seals to just totally wreck their team.
So much CC, so much damage, following up with the leyline seal. I
That
mean,
ice block.
great. there was no escape for that Mafia, but great pair up, landing in those CC. Ace really not having the tool to actually deal against all those CC. Is there a way? After getting trapped up by that leyline seal, unless there's a mistake from the APOC and the smash, I think it's at least 1 kill guaranteed.
I'm trying to think of what the counterplays are besides just not grouping up, and I think that's it. Like
Cocoon, Diablo to stop the APOC timing. But I think that's a waste.
But if Anubrok is in the ley line, he can't do it, right? Like, they just need to make sure they're not going to these choke points. That was such a good bait by Feliz. They retreated north, where Ace had to chase in a choke point, and then they got 2-man in the ley line. Last time it was 4, I believe. This time it was 2, and 2's good enough. Franco, I love that Franco's being so aggressive on this Genji with the dash build he has this game, because he knows there's no CC to stop him. And if he goes past KCB, he doesn't have to worry about the Anubrok CC. Cleanse here is late. KCB is going to get taken out. Ley line's coming up. And here we go again. Okay,
Smash
that
right
was
on top.
one way.
That actually missed a little bit too early. Also ice block, but
Ice block.
This game is over already. Anyhow, Odin's providing some damage, but there's that molten core. Frankel is very low. May actually go down to minions.
The only CC that could stop him is coming from the Anubrok. Anubrok's dead, so you can just harass like crazy, even having a low health pool, and do it. We're gonna see the level. Oh, I thought he actually just bolted away. He did not use the portal there, I believe. I was gonna say, you see him use the level 20 to jump out there, but doesn't have it yet. Just the portal usage.
Whoa, this team fight seemed like it was all over the court. The game's not over. I mean, but 3-level difference and the way they're handling the team fight. Oh, look at this. Great entangle, but just going to save his teammate. Can Ace find an answer in this short amount of time? I think they only have 1 or 2 minutes before the game ends.
Oh. I think you're right, but
after level 20, Feliz will just get another keeps, possibly even the bottom one.
Hey,
oh
that's
man,
a good start.
Medivh gone.
But is this fight over? I don't think so. Gamey is very low. Silence there. Could not ice block, even if he had it on off cooldown. I don't think he did. Frankel just doing a lot of extra damage here. They're totally gatekeeping everybody. The Cocoon here is only going to delay the inevitable as KCB.
Cocoon actually saves Ragnaros.
Yeah.
Survived so long, and Rush was just waiting for that timing, actually losing the duel now.
This is going to be the full team wipe for the end of the game. Well, I say that, but Rush escapes. Doesn't matter, though. He hearts home, which we're watching for some reason, as the core goes down. Catapults on it as well for the extra damage. Level 20 here is up and ready. Improved Leyline Seal means they can actually gatekeep people from leaving the Hall of Storms if they respawn before this core goes down. Shove massive here to push the Sonya way far away. Not relevant. Stun comes through, but it's too little too late. Feliz will push this series to a 2-1 match point in their hands.
Well, Wolf, Medivh, Diablo pair. Pretty strong indeed.
Ragnaros making it even stronger here.
Yeah, with the smash combo, I would say it fit the map and the playstyle they actually brought, not really contesting for the Shrine. I would say they were pretty ready for this Inferno Shrine game.
You know, feels like it. And banning the Hanzo over the Ragnaros, which with the rise of Ragnaros right now,